So I'm playing Grand Theft Auto and I'm in this car and I'm going over jumps and I'm doing like backflips over these jumps and I'm doing spins over these jumps and I'm just getting so much air off of these jumps and doing the craziest flips and stuff, and I land them every time. And right when I was with some people and I was telling them, yo, check this out, I can do the craziest jumps over these jumps, and I just flick the controller and I land them every time. Without a doubt, I'm gonna land every single one. Watch, I land perfectly. And right as I said that, I started crashing. I started not landing the jumps. I was like, look, check this out. Every time I do this, I land them. And right as I said that, I landed upside down, I crashed, I flipped over. Like it had just cursed me. And then I'm like, oh shoot. All right. I gotta get serious about this. I was like, I gotta be careful now. I gotta get serious. I gotta take my time with this now. I gotta take it serious. So then I'm playing the game and I'm taking it serious and I'm being real extra careful and being real slow, taking my time on it. And then I ended up at this crazy part of the game where it was like death. It was this part of the game was just like certain death. There was things coming out of everywhere. Just machines, you know, like giant hammers swinging. You know those games where they're like the giant hammer swings left to right? There's like 10 of them and you gotta like maneuver by one and then time it right and get by the next one. It was like that. And there were people going ahead of me and they were all dying. You know, they didn't even make it past like the first or second one, and the hammer would just kill them. And I was like, whoa, I gotta be careful right now. I gotta take this serious. So I took it real slow, timed it right, and made it through the crazy hammers. And then it was like this real tall, at the end of that was this real tall, like, ladybug house. It was like a grass house, like a tree, like a big tall tree house with a giant ladybug thing on the top of it. And then the next mission was to get to the top of that. And then I'm just looking at it and I was like, all right, now I gotta get to the top of that. And then some girl was yelling about, she was talking about, girls just ignore Cam. She was like, this whole time, all these girls just been ignoring him. She said the trial. She called it the trial. She said this whole trial, all these girls have been ignoring him for this whole trial. And she was like, she wasn't having it. I don't know, something about it. She didn't like, she was mad. She was mad at all these girls because this whole trial They've been ignoring me. Yep, and that was that. And then there was some guys with they had bags of money, like they just robbed a bank. And one guy he looked like that guy from the movie House Party. He had that haircut, the afro fade, the long top, the flat top, the real tall flat top, the high fade. Looked like the guy from the House Party movie, that white guy. And then there's this guy. He had kidnapped a girl. This one guy kidnapped a girl. And he had her tied up. And he was holding her. And she was telling him, "You better let me go. Cam's he's gonna find you." And he drove off. And then I was talking last night. I said, "Yeah, there's a guy got this girl handcuffed or whatever." And then he drove off in a white pickup truck, like an old pickup truck. He had a bunch of junk in the back of it. I was looking at his pickup truck from the front of the pickup truck, and you could see the junk. You could see the junk in his bed from the front of his truck. It was like reaching over the roof. And he had this old pickup truck, white one, like a Ford, with this old looking silver grill type of thing. Some white guy, older white guy. And that was that.